I'm Carol with Let's Talk Dementia. I'm glad you tuned in to this episode. Today we're going to talk about that dreaded thing that happens with folks with dementia. You know, when they ask the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over again until you think you're going to lose your mind. But before we get started, I would like to ask you to reach down there and press that little button that says subscribe. When you do, every time we post a new episode, you'll be notified and you won't miss out on seeing this glowing self telling you wonderful information about dementia and dementia caregiving. Well, recently I've had the opportunity to interact with folks in the advanced stages of dementia, and one of the things that's very common is they will ask you the same question a lot, and you really do get tired of answering it. You know, the first time you're happy to answer it. The second time you might assume they didn't hear you the first time, so you're good. The third time you're a little less good about it, but you go with it. But after about the 12th time, you're about to lose your mind, and I understand that, and that's okay. Go ahead and admit it drives you crazy. But what do you do about it? Well, there's a couple of things you can do, but the main thing I want you to do is get over it. I'm going to tell you, there will be a day come when your daddy will not be available to tell you that story or ask you questions again and again, and you're going to wish he could. You know, our folks have stories to tell, and if you can engage them and they can tell you a story, even if they told you that story an hour ago and every day that you visited them, you need to allow them to tell that story to you yet again. You want to cherish the moments you have. I'm here to tell you, if you don't think life will change on a dime, then you're not paying attention. It will, whether we have dementia or not, and we don't want to take for granted the time we have with our loved ones because we don't know what tomorrow holds. We don't want to wake up and wish we could hear that same story yet again or answer that same question for the 1,000,000th time. Now, if you really are getting tired of it during the day and you want to do something maybe to change it up a little bit, answer the question and then immediately go into our diversion therapy techniques. You know, where we start with one idea and we gently work it into another idea. So let's take, for instance, if Dad says, did I ever tell you about the job I had when I was growing up? Or did I ever tell you I worked at fill in the blank? And you can go, gosh, Dad, I think you did. You told me you worked there when you were 25. I remember that. But when you were 25, isn't that when you met Mom? So now you've taken his mind from the story that you've heard so many times about the job he had when he was 25, like you care anymore, and you're talking to him about when he met Mom. And he might go, no, I met your mom when I was 19. Well, then you're going to respond to that. Oh my gosh, I thought you were 25. Well, you were just a young whippersnapper. Had you already graduated high school? So we take that subject and we keep going with it to hopefully get Dad's mind off of that same story that we've been on forever and ever and ever, like a broken record, right? Onto another story. So that's a good response. It acknowledges what they have on their mind, but it also tries to take them from that to something else. But don't just try to avoid them or to get away from that question. Don't ignore it, in other words, and don't belittle their thoughts by saying, okay, I really don't want to answer that again. Because, if they knew the answer to the question they've asked 100 times, they wouldn't ask it. Or if they realized they've told you that story repeatedly, they would not tell it again. But neither of those things are true. So you want to embrace the situation and be kind and considerate. And I know that it's tough. I know it'll drive you crazy, but that's your job, sorry. Remember this as you go about your caregiving journey. Knowledge brings power. Power brings hope. Hope brings smiles. And boy, there's days we need smiles. Is that right? I thought it might be kind of funny to tell you the same joke I've told you before to go with the story that we just had about things being repeated, but I like you well enough to give you a new joke. It seems there were a husband and wife, and they were together celebrating their 60th birthday. They had the same birthday, and it was so kind. And so they were happy to be celebrating their birthday, and instantly this genie appeared out of nowhere, and the genie said, for your 60th birthday, I'm going to grant you both one wish. And the wife said, oh, I know exactly what I would wish for. I would like to travel the world. And poof, she had 2 airline tickets in her hand to anywhere she wanted to go. Oh, it was wonderful. And the husband said, I know what I want. I want to be married to a woman 30 years younger than me. And poof, He was 90 years old. Gotta be careful what you wish for. Blessings and smiles on your day. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to our channel. When you subscribe, you'll be able to stay up to date on our latest videos, and all of the videos are free. Check out my book, Let's Talk Dementia. It is available on Amazon. The link is in the description below. Blessings and smiles.